Welcome back to Gamer Know-How. Today we're going to be talking about another company. We just talked about Microsoft yesterday. Today we're talking about EA Games is announcing that it is going to downsize its organization massively, layoffs incoming, and game projects scrapped. We're going to talk about EA ruining its image once again. So, downsizing to cope. Cutting back on labor, EA announced that it would lay off 5% of its workforce, which includes 670 workers, in an attempt to cut back current projects and focus on cost-cutting measures into the third quarter of 2024 and even beyond into 2025, where EA is pondering an even greater layoff of 10% of the existing labor workforce. So, in 2 years, they're already cutting 15% of their workforce. That's actually insane. Companies should be punished for doing this. Honestly, it's just sad to see. We've talked about how Microsoft, it's laying off people and making prices more expensive, so they're profiting times two. They're profiting from not having to pay as many people, and they're also making their games more expensive. So I mean, just an evil company. EA is doing basically the same thing as Microsoft, except they're doing something even worse. They're not going to do it. They're not going to release any games for 2024 or 2025. They've already scrapped 5 projects for 2024 and 2025. They're not working on any games. The only games that they're going to be releasing are the Madden 2024, 2025, and NBA 2025, and maybe UFC 2025. That's the only games they're going to be releasing. The 3 sports games for 2025, and that's it for 2024 and 2025. So they're downsizing their portfolio. EA is proposing no new game projects for the rest of 2024 and 2025. That's it. They're laying off people, and they're not even planning to make any more games. The ones that they're currently working on now are the ones that are going to be released. So all their sports 2025 games to release at the beginning of 2025, like at Madden, NFL, and EA Sports 2024, 2025, those are the ones that are going to be releasing, and that's it. No new plans for Beyond have been commented on. It's safe to assume that sports games are the only ones that are going to be released. Other small projects have all been scrapped. 5 projects have been scrapped. We don't even know what those 5 projects were. All it said was EA was like, yeah, newsflash, we were working on 5 gaming projects. They were going to be really fun games, but we're going to stop working on those because we're not getting a lot of money, and we don't care about our player base, so yeah, screw you guys. That's basically what they're doing. EA is just saying, screw you guys. We don't care about our gaming. We just kind of just want to finish our sports portfolio and then not release any games. Do you imagine how terrible it has to be for a company to announce a layoff of all your workers, and then your remaining workers are at risk of being laid off in the future, and they can't do anything because if they're not working on the sports games, they can't work on anything because there's no new projects. So you're just sitting there for a year hoping that the sports games roll in enough revenue for you not to be fired in 2025 because you can't make any new projects. That's like your boss saying that you work in the sales department, but they're not going to be making any new commercials, and they may lay off the entire sales department next year. So you can't do anything. You're just a sitting duck waiting to see if your company makes enough revenue not to get rid of you, and you can't do anything about it. You can't make anything else. You can't do anything else. You're just sitting there, and you're just working on your commercials that you've already gotten through. You release the commercials, and you're like, hopefully these work, because if they don't work, we can't make any new ones, and if they don't bring enough revenue, we're going to be axed. You imagine how stupid that must feel. Mixed reviews. The newest reports indicate that non-sports games by EA such as Battlefield, The Sims, and Apex Legends have received mixed reviews heading into the third quarter, projecting a decline in EA games' overall player satisfaction. I know from playing both Battlefield and Apex Legends, yes, the games are not getting better, they're getting worse, but that's only because the updates are not being good. In Apex Legends, they've only released like 1 new gun, and like even though the characters are pretty cool, I mean the storyline is getting pretty interesting, but I mean the gameplay's not that great, and the events don't really do anything. The cosmetics are kind of stupid, and it's kind of getting tired of just seeing a bunch of new metallic stuff come through. Like, they haven't changed their cosmetics that much. It's just like weird leaves and metallic stuff added somewhere around the body, and like new helmets for Bloodhound. I mean that's cool, but if that's the only thing you're gonna do within a 6-month span, I mean, why should I even bother playing the game? I mean, I haven't played the game in like, I would say 5 to 6 days, because I mean, if I've already done all the event stuff, there's no reason for me to play the event. So I mean, what am I supposed to do if I've already completed the battle pass and also completed all the events? I mean, I can't really do anything until the next season comes out. So it's like, it's just dumb. It makes no sense. But I mean, that's what you gotta get. I mean, Battlefield's the same way. They haven't really added anything. They're just trying to fix things that they should have fixed 2 months ago, and they can't really add anything else because every time they add something, they have to fix it. So I mean, it's just a done sequence of events. I don't play The Sims, but I've heard that The Sims is one of the most annoying games to play because you have to download a bunch of mods, and the mods cost money, which means you have to pay secondary costs on top of a game. So it's like you order The Sims, but you can't really do anything until you get the mods, which you have to pay for. So it's like, why did you buy the game if you had to buy all the mods in order to play the game somewhat well? So I mean, it's just stupid. It's a stupid thing. I don't even play the sports games. I stopped playing Madden NFL in like 2017 because I mean, there's nothing really new about a bunch of player models hitting each other over and over again. And anybody who says that the strategy is actually realistic, it's not. You can play a punt strategy every single time in a playoff game and it will work. It got to the point where I was running field goal style strategies with everybody lined up, and I was able to run the ball through and get to the end zone. I mean, like, that's not realistic. I mean, if you want to be realistic, you can try playing any of the others, but if you want to win every time, just play one of the punt returns or blitzes every single play, and you'll get to the end of the game and just completely swamp the other team. So yeah, the sports aren't fun. Also, no one plays the golf games anymore. I mean, Tiger Woods isn't in the game anymore, and just making him like a reality star type character on the sidelines doesn't work. No one really cares about the golf games. They're not realistic at all. The balls just clip through the grass, which, by the way, clipping in real life never happens, so that's a game issue. What I'm basically saying is that EA games are cheap. They're not really high quality. The only high quality ones are like Battlefield and Apex Legends, and they're going through mixed reviews right now because there's not a lot of updates. So what I'm basically saying is that EA needs to get its crap together, and it has to realize that it has to make more games in the future in order to be relevant. Offering nothing new, EA promised to keep investing in existing games. However, it will not be starting any new projects for 2024-2025 after the restructuring is complete. Yeah, they're restructuring their company through 2024 and 2025. The restructure basically means nothing new until we get more money. So it's basically saying to the players, give us money and we'll make new stuff. Not we'll make new stuff and you give us the money to buy it. EA CEO responds saying the company is going to a full restrictive to consolidate assets in existing game franchises while keeping costs as low as possible, which means the company has nothing new to offer in 2024 to 2025. Big whoop. No one cares, EA. If you're not going to make any more games, then just pack it in. Just sell off your games to other companies, because clearly you're not going to do the work and you're not interested in actually making your games good. So comment your thoughts below. Can EA really rely on existing games to carry it through 2024-2025? I say yes, but people are going to get frustrated too much by the time 2025 hits, and honestly, it's going to get to the point where the only thing you're known for is your sports games and nothing else. You might as well just sell off all your big projects to some indie developers who would actually care about updating the games. Is offering nothing new really going to enable EA to grow in the future? No, I think there's going to be more layoffs in the future. Sorry, but if you don't make any new game projects, no one's really going to be that happy about you. And should game companies be punished for layoffs? Yes. In fact, Microsoft should literally be banned from doing it. I'm not saying that Microsoft can't do it. It's a little harsh, but I think that Microsoft should be punished because EA itself is already punishing itself by not promising anything new. But Microsoft is promising much cheaper projects that will cost more and laying off people. It's the triple threat. is the triple threat deal of endless suffering for everyone except for the corporate shareholders. So, yes, game companies should be punished for maximizing profits over the suffering of everybody else. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you like, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you like it. I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo, and have a blessed day.